Tell me something I don't know. You thought I would never find out that you're using my picture. My sister said she was going hiking. This is in our backyard. I just got a DM from Seth Rogen and it just says fart. Tuesdays are cool. No, you didn't. My first stab at making sushi. Any tips? Why is it pre-packaged if you made it? Please let me change usernames. I thought Larry the Cable Guy fan was a good idea in 2009. No players found. How to get exposed 101. I just published Elon Musk's brain coach reveals the secret source for learning faster. I never used this guy. He gave a talk at SpaceX once. AKC recognizes these dogs as not family friendly. No, we don't. This tweet has a community note. This tweet made a false claim, but it's now been corrected. I bought the product, but it's not working properly. This product isn't available yet. Bro, some random girl came into the men's locker room and asked me for my number while I was recording this. Once in school, I had a fight. It was 6v1 and guess who won? In the fight, my eyes turned blue and when they went back to normal, there were 6 dead bodies on the ground and everyone called me the Reaper. I tried to dye my hair blonde, but this happened. I have prom next week. First PC build, let me know what you think. So you're selling it on eBay or... I love people that lie to your face. Like when you told me you didn't cheat on me. Go away. What an ugly screen interface. I'm glad I'm an Apple user. Yeah, about your statement, Twitter for Android. Half of America is on fire, the other half is frozen. This image speaks volumes. Believe me, it was not my fault. I believe it. When a dog destroys a cushion, they don't use the zipper. Tried to sleep with my wife. Doesn't recommend. I find this highly unlikely as I'm gay, but it made me chuckle. Thanks, Niall. I turned my head because I needed to make sure I would win. I ended up winning, so it's all good. Dude, you didn't win this race. I did. You can literally see me in lane 2 ahead of you by at least 20 yards. My 8-month-old just said her first word, namaste. My main issue with this tweet, Sarah, is that this did not happen. Is not studying for finals and banking on the fact the world is ending in 2 weeks. You are literally 8 feet away from me studying for finals. Still using iPhone 3GS until this day. Your profile picture has a Snapchat filter on it, and the 3GS doesn't support Snapchat, so no, you're not. There is no better way to get in shape than to prepare for a triathlon. I'm that guy and no, I won't tell you that. Babe, what are you doing? Nothing much. I'm really tired. Just going to sleep now, babe. And you? In the club standing behind you. My girlfriend, by the way. Literally, who the hell are you? New video is up. I smuggled myself on a plane to another city and it worked. In a suitcase. Nice try, Adam, but definitely a few inconsistencies with this video. Namely the fact we have footage of you boarding the plane. Today, this girl asked me to take this picture of her. Convo was flowing and I felt like we hit it off, but I was too shy to get her number. I regret it. Help me find her. Twitter, do your thing. This is a picture of me 4 years ago, sir, and my best friend took this. Yeah, because if someone's asking for a photo, they would like for it to be taken on your phone. Sure. We had several extremely attractive women begging to join us. I told them to get bent. The hot tub is for alpha males. The room was expensive, but the view is A+. The view is amazing. What city is this? It's fake. Zoom in. My 4G on iPhone 11 is good enough. 4G goes up to around 100 megabytes a second. Also, it says you're connected to your Wi-Fi in the top right, you donut. We got out of a felony with rock, paper, scissors. I was almost on that bridge at the same time today. I had a doctor's appointment and decided to visit some friends before the appointment. By the time I could see the bridge, I saw it collapse. At 1 in the morning? Right, people say anything. I told my nephew a watermelon was gonna grow in his stomach because he ate some of the seeds and I kid you not, he looked me straight in the eyes and said, no, because there's no sunlight, so you're wrong and college has failed you. He's 7. Just ran into Harry Styles at the Tigers game and he gave me a $100 bill to get him 2 beers. And I took the money and left. I wasn't at the Tigers game. Cool story though. 15 views in 2 billion years. Pack it up, bro. I love sketching EP head portraits. This picture is AI generated. I'm 49 years old and just finished my elementary school education today. What? Time to get a high school diploma. That's crazy because 38 days ago you were 29. A high school dropout living with your parents. If you're going to post lies, at least be consistent. I would like to say this person is a teenager, just bored, like a 14-year-old. Because if a grown adult is doing this, that's concerning. My son John was up there fighting the fire. No, Mum, I was not up there. I was working. Last weekend I went into an Atlanta coffee shop right after Ryan Reynolds had been there. The staff was still so flustered they got my order wrong. But I'm Canadian so I drank it. Curious if they got his order wrong too. I don't think they got my order wrong because partly I always order a simple black coffee, but mainly because I wasn't in Atlanta. Fancied a pizza, so instead of spending £40 on Domino's, I paid $19 for return flights to Milan on Cheap Flights Club and £8 for the best pizza I've ever had. My uncle in 1978. What the hell? That's not your uncle from 1978. That's a picture of me from last year that you put a filter on, dude. My 4-year-old just said, Daddy, why do people make up things that their children have said for social media? Isn't it just inherently dishonest and indicative of an inability to construct a compelling narrative themselves? Well, that's a lie. Reminiscing on the time someone called me ugly, so I replied with, me? Go, you. Let's ask the audience. I put a picture of her on my story with a poll asking if she was ugly, and 80% said yes. Tell me a story about yourself that sounds like a lie, but is absolutely true. In college, I fell out of my bunk bed and broke both of my legs and one arm. Years later on a date, I made a joke about being clumsy, and the dude told me I couldn't compare to this woman his EMT brother helped once, who fell out of her bunk and broke all the bones. It was me. My dad sat next to Lil Yachty on the plane last night on the way home from Texas. No, he didn't. I've been at home, boy. One of my homegirls painted this of me. Dang, I am so fine. Be great. Your homegirl must be an expert at filtering. I ordered a decaf at Starbucks once, and the whole place practically imploded. Employees were confused. I had to stand off to the side. It took 3 of them 20 minutes before it was finally handed to me. Pardon me for not wanting a caffeine addiction. You're exaggerating so hard right now. Every single Starbucks anywhere has both regular and decaf brewed at all times. Did you actually think anyone was going to believe this? My cousin got married recently, and I think it's safe to say they're pretty photogenic. Your cousin didn't get married recently. This is 2 of my very dear friends, and they got married around 3 or 4 years ago. Stop stealing people's photos for karma. Been there. The tour guide let us swim in the water, and you can actually see the wreckage when you go deep enough in. You can't go down by it simply by swimming. You can, I've done it. It was a bit cold, but quite nice to see. I was bored, so I quickly swam back up after about 10 minutes. I don't think you're referring to the Titanic. Yes, I love lying for no reason too. I have 5 legs. Me seeing a horror movie. Everyone else in the theater. Me. Everyone else in the theater. Why the heck are you laughing? Why are you screaming? This isn't even scary. The girl just got eaten by a shark. I know, it's so fake, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was real. What in the world? They don't kill actors in the process of making movies, duh. I repair phones. A girl came and left her boyfriend's phone for repair. When she went away, I opened the phone and found this inside. Please tell my girlfriend the phone is dead. She wants to check my calls. The money is yours. So you're writing in English but giving rubles. One time I was with my family. I dropped my plate of food and I said, God damn it. Then my mom was like, you can't say that. So I said, fine, Satan bless it. Everyone turned to look at me after I said it. I forgot I was in church. When I found out he cheated on me from his mum, so I bought $30 worth of $1 instant mashed potatoes and sprinkled them in his yard in the night as it rained, and watched as his yard became a potato pit. If you ever think you're falling for a small British boy who tells good jokes and has nice hair, stop. It's a trap. You cheated on him. Professional hide-and-seekers versus highly trained FBI. This is not the original video, and they do not credit it either. The names are not typical names like Mike. They are not professional hide-and-seekers, and those are just police officers, not the FBI. We all love dessert, but which kind? JJ Watt chose ice cream. Fake news. Who in their right mind would choose plain vanilla ice over brownie? Not me, good sir. Not me. Billionaire mindset. Elon Musk once said, I'm sorry I showed you my pee-pee. Here is $250,000. Please don't tell anyone. I just DM'd Taco Bell about delivery. Let's make it happen. 10k retweets is what it takes. This image is fake, and the promotion does not exist. After a week of hard work, I finally have a 6-pack. Skin is off color due to the hard hours I put in daily. It hurts, but it's worth it. Hopefully I can keep it and the color heals up soon. Teach me Photoshop, please. It's not Photoshop, bud. Legit. Was one of the lucky few to be chosen for an early test screening of Spider-Man No Way Home. You guys are not ready for this. As someone who's been to a few of these, specifically for comic book movies, they never let you keep your phone. Even if you did have one, to take it out and take a picture in front of security, everyone signs NDAs. If you openly tweet, they have you on record. My gym trainer said, you already look perfect. Why do you want to waste your money? I, female 17, make $200 an hour at a hedge fund, and my parents don't believe me. Bruh, I showed my parents my bank account that has around 100k at the moment, and they still don't believe me. They be telling me to focus on school. Sure, Red Bull. Do you value your life? Me? No? Red Bull. You're hired. Didn't expect this much likes. You have 10 likes and your comment isn't even edited, bro. He just knew he would get likes. A dog named Bonky from Delhi ran from his house only to poop in front of his owner's ex-girlfriend's house after he heard they are no longer together. Dogs would do this, they just wouldn't understand. They are loyal enough to do this. Many modern things have their origins in the Middle Ages. For instance, just got accepted into Harvard. You in, bro. Look at this cool original post I made. We're closest to 3002 than 2003. Haha, it's 10 a.m. Just got out of bed with leftover makeup on. This guy. For the prettiest girl I'll see today. That's funny, let the thirst begin. If you reverse image search this, the image shows up all over the internet. Scared to death. Someone's trying to break in. Call the police. Someone trying to break in. Ooh, need to update my status. Instead of of writing this, calling the police might be a smarter choice. I can't get to the phone. You wrote this via mobile. I stopped listening to you guys back in 2017 when you put on the worst performance I've ever seen. Singer was drunk and out of breath as soon as he started. We haven't played a show since 2013, so I'm not sure what band you saw in 2017. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. shooting pool in 1966. Samuel L. Jackson, who was a freshman at Morehouse College at the time, is in this photo. Okay, I met Dr. King, but not at a pool hall. That's not me. A parking lot in Japan. This was posted 5 years ago as being from Germany. Which country will it be in another 5 years? Every time I wear this hoodie, someone has asked me where I got it and how much they love it. I feel famous when I go out. What, because it says human? My first steps into the Apple Club. What happened to leaving iPhone for a Pixel 4a? My son woke me up out of my sleep crying and said, "Mom, I know you're tired of working trying to make it better for me and my sister. I'll go work for you today." This made me cry. He's only one. I pretended to be deaf in the uni library to avoid a questionnaire. One thing led to another and ended up being in bed with the girl that was asking questions. Had to pretend to be deaf the whole night. Silent Riz. Didn't happen, but I wish it did. Today in Starbucks, when I placed my order, I gave the name Spartacus as a joke. When they called my name to pick up my order, I stood up and yelled, "I am Spartacus!" Everyone turned to look at me. Then an old man sitting in the corner stood up and yelled, "No, I am Spartacus!" Then one by one, everyone in the Starbucks stood up and yelled, "I am Spartacus." Today's gonna be a good day. Down 25 pounds and it only took 2 bottles in 6 weeks. Fake. It's me in the pictures and I lost the weight with diet and exercise. Misleading. These pages continue to steal my photos. John Carpenter would have been 70 years old today. To Rotten Tomatoes. Despite how it appears, I'm actually not dead. Screw cancer. She smiled despite her illness. Like if you think she's beautiful. I don't have cancer, you a-hole. Stop using this image to get likes. Stephanie, I'll report it. Report the page. And Mike, on the other hand, doesn't know. Beautiful. Just got the opposite of a noise complaint. Dear neighbor, I live next door and I would like to discuss your music. 1. Turn it the hell up. I'm not joking. You play good stuff. 2. Tell me what songs you're playing. I need that for my playlist. 3. I'm not being ironic or anything. I've really enjoyed the music you've played since you've moved in. This guy either likes you, he wants to be your friend, or he hates you and he's being sarcastic. I can't tell. The average family uses up to 1.2 billion meters of plastic food wrap a year. 1.2 billion meters would be approximately 3,287,671 meters per day. 136,000 meters per hour. 2,000 meters per minute. I don't think even massive manufacturing companies use that much. Genuine, no lowball offers. Autographed Kurt Cobain Funko Pop, $800. Autographed by who? Kurt Cobain. Do you have a time machine? He's been dead for 25 years. I don't know, he must have signed it before he died. Do you want to buy it? Funko Pops have been around since 98. He died in 94. The average IQ during adulthood is between 95 to 105. When tested at age 5, I tallied 136. Let that sink in before you have the audacity, the shameless, unadulterated gall to call into question my capacity for knowledge or understanding. I really didn't mean to post this, but good morning. It's like a 5-step process to post a picture on Instagram. What do you mean you didn't mean to post it? I've had Tinder for 20 minutes and I've already gotten 2 unsolicited pictures. I thought you couldn't send photos over Tinder. Definitely can. Okay though, Tinder doesn't support picture messaging, but you can send gift messages to your matches. My friend was Xbox friends with Ryan, playing one day on live she was listening to AJR. Ryan asked who she was listening to, and she started info dumping. Literally never owned an Xbox. When I was 9, I accidentally farted in class, and I didn't want anyone to notice, so I acted like I was turning into a werewolf and started howling and pissed on the floor, but my teacher called the ambulance and they sent me to a mental hospital. Why did they let you out? You should not be allowed back into the public. Go back. I want to be with you. Come on, I want to be respectful. Oh my god, that's insane. A homeless guy stole my phone last night, sent you that, then gave me my phone back this morning. Crazy. My phone randomly started taking photos of me while I was drinking coffee. You can see the stages of my confusion. How have you been, Farah? Hi, baby. Don't call me that. I didn't. I was talking to my baby cousin and clicked speech to text by accident and hit sent with my elbow while playing with him without realizing. It's a pretty good excuse. 1 star. Ordered a waffle to find a fingernail and a hair on my food. Shocking customer service. Hello, we don't have waffles on the menu. It's not possible that you have experienced this. Breaking. Video video game players are urged to play at a reasonable time to avoid putting an extra strain on internet networks during the virus outbreak. Online gaming is the biggest threat to internet bandwidth. No. Video games use around 50 to 75 megabytes an hour. Streaming on Netflix uses 3 gigabytes an hour for HD video. To put that into perspective, Netflix uses more than 30 times the data that video gaming uses. Our teacher made us write poems in class today. She noticed I wasn't writing anything down and asked why. I just smirked and told her she couldn't handle the dark poetry from my twisted mind. Needless to say, she left me alone after that. We ordered a steak from a restaurant and we got a pound of half-frozen meat. I mean, you're getting more for your money. Thinking about that time my ex wanted to go to couples therapy, so I paid my friend to pose as a therapist and she gaslit him the whole time. I asked my 6-year-old if the new student in his class was a boy or girl. Well, mama, remember there's more than just boys and girls. Some people are both and some aren't boy or a girl. But Ezra is a boy. That kid did not say that. We met a bunch of guys from Harvard yesterday and kept pretending like I've never heard of that school just to annoy them. One of them turned red when I said, Harvard? Is that like a local community college? Hey, it's this person. How are you doing? Hey, where do I know you from? We met during the carnival. Yeah, no we didn't. How did you get my number? Or are you just texting random numbers? That's creepy. If you want to get to know people, get yourself a dating app. I attempted to survive 7 days in an abandoned city. Can't believe places like this exist. The city is not abandoned and was locked to the public for shooting the video. Furthermore, the 7 days were not consecutive as some team members suffered medical problems. Least liked reply gets my old gaming PC. This is a fake giveaway meant to boost engagements by encouraging people to comment on the post. No one will win this PC. 10 years ago on this day in 2014, former SNL cast member Jay Farrow was killed in a tragic car accident. This is news to me, kind of insane to post a lie like this though. This took me a month to finish on my computer from pixel to pixel. Looks amazing, awesome song too. Was worth it, great job. This is the background art for Neverwinter. Quit your BS. So Lucy just found this in her candy? Nice. No way. You had one job. They were all meant to be yellow. A lot of empty space in that box. Almost as if a response was planned to be there. Normalize one-upping men. I once went on a date with a guy who said chemistry was his favorite subject in high school because it was too easy for him. I then proceeded to tell him about my thesis on nanoparticles and Raman spectroscopy. He didn't know I was a licensed chemist. My uncle filmed this in London the other day. Moment half-naked skater plunges into freezing water as ice cracks on Amsterdam Canal. My mother told my grandson, if you're bad, Santa will not give you gifts under the tree. My grandson told her, I don't believe in Santa, I believe in God, and through him all things are possible. He is only 3 but knows the word. Can I get an amen? My mother is out here lying on Facebook. My nephew speaks in Power Ranger quotes. He ain't saying none of this. How many likes can I get for being the most awesome person ever? Contrary to popular belief, my head is not up my own butt. Thanks for the likes, but I was hacked. P.S. 77. You were not hacked. You just wanted to see. Got bitten by a rabid dog and then found out I'm immune. Still didn't protect me from lung failure. No such thing as rabies immune. Stop lying for no reason. You're literally making it up. You get bit and you don't get the shots, you die. Me. You don't deserve her. She deserves a nice guy like me. That won't disrespect her at every turn. Him. What are you gonna do? Be her knight in shining armor? I kneeled down and punched the concrete, blood gushing out my knuckles. I showed him my hand and said, this concrete won't break, but your bones will, you piece of poop, Chad. Have I read this before? I think I have. Jerry from Leeds says everywhere he goes, he is mistaken for Justin Bieber, and it's gotten so bad, even his own mother mistook him for the pop star. He said, I can just be walking down the street and young girls start to scream, and I'm like, baby, baby. At a coffee shop and just had this extremely wholesome and nice interaction with the cashier. Them. Name? Me. Trying to save time. Pretty. Permission to flirt? Yeah, this never happened. Hey journalists, I'm not heated and I'm not upset. I tweeted jokes about red hair while eating a taco. Shame the star Cameron Monaghan? Heated. Who cares? Do best undrafted player for each team. That would be a great video. I agree. I hope that video gets made. Are you schizophrenic? Forgot to switch accounts. Why the hell are you replying to yourself? After 15 years, I flew across the US to meet my best friend for the first time. Thanks, Xbox. This is Jason Momoa and Channing Tatum. Hi, I am a virus. Due to poor technology in my country, I am not able to damage your computer. Please be kind enough to smash your computer with a hammer. Yes, no, cancel. Something applause. Sorry, he deleted the comment. I thought that said applesauce, bruh. No, you didn't. I'm pretty sure they did. You're lying. I know they did. With the amount of stuff I misread, they definitely thought that was applesauce. To the a-hole who keeps doing this to my apartment. If I find you, I'm going to kick your butt. 404, apartment not found. Hey, my boyfriend is the Christian Dior. He is a fashion designer and I'm getting my beauty line in progress. I would love to advertise your produce on a YouTube video. I do tutorials and stuff like that. Thank you. I am also a makeup artist, not a brand. Also, Christian Dior died in 1957. I took a break because it took a long time to draw this. Are you sure? Because that looks a lot like concept art for Assassin's Creed Revelations. Why lie when it's in the age of reverse image search? Bruh, damn. Just found out I'm in a committed relationship with some dude who I guess asked me for a picture once, but apparently he has enough money to buy the entire IGN staff lunch every Friday. So it's going great. Thank you all for your love and support. What does this even mean? Screw my life. I swear I'm cursed. You cheated on me. That's not a curse. Waitress to my 5-year-old daughter. You know, you could be a waitress when you grow up. Or I could own the restaurant. This didn't happen so much that it unhappened things that had. I bought the product, but it's not working properly. This product isn't available yet. So you didn't buy it. God damn, man. There are some clingy girls in this world. But he said, hey. Believe me, it was not my fault. I believe it. When a dog destroys a cushion, they don't use the zipper. Maybe this dog's just smart. Accidental impressionism. This is from an Audi commercial, you clown. 2 of my mates accidentally took 2 almost identical pictures a year apart from each other. Accidentally? In the same place? Exactly 1 year apart? Wow. James Gunn confirms the Batman and his Suicide Squad film are connected, meaning the Batman is in a cinematic universe. I did? When? You must have forgot, James. Thinking about the time an old dude offered me $3K to go back to a hotel and sleep with him. And I said no, I don't do that. He asked for my Venmo anyway and sent me $2K and said, just stay here. Sure, I took this picture, but it says Nick Boyer Photography. Dude, his name's Rick. He just forgot to put the N instead of the R. Shark Tank offered us $3.6 million for our design. No we did not. Nike is the worst company ever. Their coffee tastes awful, and especially the caramel macchiato. I can't believe Nike, the most famous coffee company ever, can't make coffee. Ma'am, we're a shoe company. I saw that. This version is the peace symbol, man. Apologies. I don't know which person on this account typed that. Bean. You just have millions of people in your account? Yeah, well, at least my head coach doesn't Sharpie his beard. Shane did not say this. I didn't say this. Hairdresser, you're very handsome. Don't let anyone tell you any different. They don't. So weird how you and your hairdresser had the same conversation as Robert Downey Jr. and Jimmy Kimmel. Maybe they're the same people. This took me an hour to do. I did terrible. You did not make this, lil bro. Or you didn't do terrible because you didn't do anything. You terribly copied someone. My 2 dozen pack of eggs from Costco was a 100% double yolk. Wow. And they all had 2 eggs worth of whites too. What are the chances? Good eye. Go screw yourself, OP. Down 25 pounds, and it only took 2 bottles in 6 weeks. Fake. It's me in the pictures and I lost the weight with diet and exercise. Misleading. These pages continue to steal my photos. This gameplay shown in the ad is not present in the game at all. Remember the time it was so hot in Halifax that the lampposts melted because I completely forgot to post about it when I was actually in Halifax. So here it is 2 weeks later. This is an art installation. The melting point of steel is over 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. This cracked me up. 76 years together. She is 94 and he is 97. When something is real, it's forever. You guys need to recognize when you're being manipulated. This isn't real. Welcome to the world of AI. I'm a married man and my wife has stopped all interest in the deed. Instead, she has now become my hookup manager, who manages my Facebook and Tinder page and gives me advice on how to do the deed dates and get laid. Ask me anything. This is Rory's mum. I'm sorry, but he is not a married man, just a 16-year-old boy with a vivid imagination. Also, please stop with the private messages, especially the explicit ones. Hello, how are you doing? Grandpa? Dude, this is actually getting funny at this point. That's horrible. Pretending to be your grandpa trying to scam you. And they even have the watermark. So this is not even an actual, I think this is someone being malicious to you. What an ugly screen interface. I'm glad I'm an Apple user. Yeah, about your statement. Twitter for Android. Interact with your fans more. The people who made you rich. I interact with my fans all the time. Check my timeline. I apologize, that was not me, Boogie. I'm sorry. Don't fold like this. Time magazine's definition of a perfect body in 1955. Except Ria Giovanni was born in 77, but yes, beautiful curves. My friend decided to turn lesbian a few weeks ago, and today we were arguing about it, and I said, do you really want to be 50 and not have kids? It was like a light went off in her head. Suddenly she was crying on the the floor. I hope it's not too late to find a man, she said. Sony reportedly scrapped most of Beyond the Spider-Verse for creative reasons. I don't really ever want to weigh in on this sort of stuff, but would you ever believe there could be sometimes stuff on the internet that might not always be particularly accurate? Stuck in traffic, yeah, sure. He's not stuck in traffic at all. I don't even think he's driving. He might even be stationary, the one causing the traffic. After a week of hard work, I finally have a six-pack. Skin is off color due to hard hours put in daily. It hurts, but it's worth it. Hope I can keep it and the color heals up soon. Teach me Photoshop. It's not Photoshop, bud. Legit. Babe, what are you doing? Nothing much. I'm really tired. Just going to sleep now. And you? In the club standing behind you. Clarkson will be absolutely fuming this morning. Jeremy Clarkson shocked as protesters dump mushroom compost on his Range Rover. It's bollocks. You've got my number. Call me before running this non-story. YouTuber Logan Paul says he didn't realize tasers electrocute things. Well, that's a complete lie. I wish all my pictures looked as cool as this one I took by accident. Snapped it with my fat thumb when they started making announcements for my flight. A reminder we shouldn't be so damn hard. Just let it roll, baby. I was let go from job. Any type of donation would be appreciated. Thank you. I hate when I let go from job. Also, you literally quit. Who wants to buy Dale Jr.'s low mileage Chevy Corvette? Not my car, never drove it. Never did it once spend a minute in my driveway. Buyer beware. This happened to me too. I woke up, won the lottery, lived in a mansion, married a handsome princess. It went in this order. 2, 4, 3, 1. Guys, my brother posted this. I know it's unoriginal, but he's a little kid and please don't give him any more mean comments. You think you're oblivious? One time a famous artist tried to slide into my DMs very intentionally. I responded with, "Oh my gosh, I love your music," despite it being very obvious. I did not realize he was hitting on me. And yes, this is a recurring problem I have. Slipknot's V-Man went into mad panic after his identity was discovered. Actually didn't. Had a wonderful day. I am Tibetan and the Chinese government helped me find a satisfactory job and build a new house for me for free. We Tibetans are very grateful to the Chinese government. You were Filipino last time. I am a Filipino. This guy's just lying. Which are you? Make up your mind. I was born and raised in London. My parents are from Indian descent and from Thailand and Kenya. I was brought up on the Western cinema. Trained at a theatre in the UK. First show was made in Hollywood, and yet I get associated with Bollywood. Cool. No one cares. What? Damn, I'm drunk. Not sure how to respond. Cheers, mate. Love the show. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been confirmed for May 1st, 2020. Nope, it has not. When did this come out? Let me check. It actually came out in May, but it was May 3rd. I feel like James Gunn just changed the date in spite of Marvel news. Awesome. I'd like you to draw a picture of my son, pet him, and his pet, which will have his name written lol, willing to pay you. I'm confused at how they wrote this. Have they heard of commas? May I have a reference? The pet name is Bailey. Can you make it full body colored? That is not your dog. You stole that image from an Instagram account. Why do people do this? I have nice hair, flirt too much, and I need to learn how to log out of the library computers so people don't post statuses for me. Are you sure you didn't post this yourself via mobile? Nice library computer. Busted. Detective Idiot is on the case. Dear Jimmy Kimmel, Megan Fox's pregnancy is none of your business. Megan agreed to discuss this before the show, so go away. I stole a pin from a store one time, and my siblings noticed it, so they told my parents that I stole it from the store, and I ended up getting arrested. You don't get arrested for stealing a pin. Kittle wants to become the NFL's highest paid tight end. Per source. Your source is incorrect. Entering this hidden portal to the backrooms. Dude, this is literally Kane Pixel's analog horror. Not trying to flex, but this image is from an article on how to get netherite armor, and it's definitely not you. Oregon sent 60 fire trucks to California. California won't let them into the state because California is unsure of emissions on the trucks. California is a joke. Get out while you can. We sent 75 fire engines. Your statement about our teams not being allowed into California is false. Our teams arrived yesterday and are working around the clock to help our neighbors. I was drunk and asked my crush for a nude, and she said, "Honestly, I was into you because I thought you weren't like that. Should I tell her my phone was hacked? Wendy's, I just got this. Wow, it's neat that your first tattoo is already the first Google image result for Wendy's tattoo. Congrats. I have decided to announce that I am officially a vegan. After seeing some recent videos on Facebook regarding animal cruelty, I've decided that I've had it. We're so proud of you. We're always here to support you. You weren't about that life today when you got your Chipotle bowl half chicken half steak. Girl boss moment. 2 guys pulled up to me and catcalled me while I was bone hunting in the field. So I said, "Just so you know, the last guy to catcall me is in a bag." And when they looked at me confused, I pulled out the rabbit spine in my bag and smiled smiled. They both drove away screaming. Last week, I corrected my professor in art history, and she took it pretty hard. I basically proved her knowledge wrong and got thrown out of class for it. Thankfully, the rest of the students protested this move and followed me out. You know we're in the same class, right? We had a lecture today that you didn't even show up to, and you have the audacity to spread these lies? Alexa, play the greatest album ever made. The meme likely refers to Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Croc, you pulled that out of your butt. I wonder what it feels like to do the deed. I mean, I've had it before, but not with someone like you. Just ignore those texts. My sister took my phone. Your sister took your phone and was talking like that? Okay. Selfie, what the hell? No makeup for cancer. Selfie, no makeup on for cancer. Eyeliner. I know, sorry. You have got makeup. I haven't got makeup on except eyeliner. That is makeup. I read about this online. She designed an underwater wheelchair that allowed a person who needed a wheelchair to go scuba diving. She was testing it out. She never died. Pushed her in but gave her an air tank and mask first. Yeah. New video is up. I smuggled myself on a plane to another city and it worked. Nice try, Adam, but definitely a few inconsistencies with this video. Namely the fact we have footage of you boarding the plane. Damn, Adam. You wanna smash? Truck. Trying to help my buddy sell his F-150. Sorry if you wanted to smash. Don't worry, Matthew, they did not. When you accidentally buy a car, when you're looking for clothes, the camera turned on by itself. I am no model. This is not anyone caught lying. This is a genuine mistake. This cat's just very photogenic. I was messing around with portrait mode, and my neighbor's black lab puppy ran by the window, so here you go. Oh no. Whatever you do, don't open it. So they sent a snap photo. Okay. I sent it to the wrong person. You can open it if you want, just erase it. Do it fast though. No, it's okay. Don't want you to see. I won't open it. Thanks. Please don't block me. What the hell did you send? I was so sleep deprived the other day that I tried to zoom in on a paper. What the hell? I just made that post. Oh wait, that's my post. I haven't slept in 2 days. Do you guys think they're still awake? Possibly. Ben Affleck just casually winning in his life right now. Only things I've ever seen make that man smile are butts and Dunkin' Donuts. He's so real. Out with the hubby. Enjoy a few much needed cocktails. I thought you were covering for your boss since his dad died. If you guys didn't want to come over for dinner, that's fine. But you didn't have to make up such a terrible excuse. My dad is very much alive. Twitter, make my dreams come true. I was watching the NBA draft with a few bros and it got me thinking, how many retweets would a guy need for you guys to sign me a one-day contract? 500k. Consider it done. Hey Gavin, real Phoenix Suns account here. Sorry to disappoint, but this was not sent by us. Phoenix, you should have done this. Good marketing opportunity. Angelina Jolie dating Evan Rachel Wood? I made it on the Billboard's charts and I'm dating Angelina Jolie? What a day. How have you been, Farah? Hi, baby. Don't call me that. I didn't. I was talking to my baby cousin and clicked speech to text by accident and hit send with my elbow while playing with him without realizing. Seems highly unlikely, but maybe he did. Maybe this did happen. My phone randomly started taking photos of me while I was drinking coffee. You can see the stages of my confusion. And you accidentally posted it as well. Scared to death. Someone's trying to break in. Call the police. Someone trying to break in. Ooh, need to update my status. Instead of writing this, calling the police might be a smarter choice. I can't get to the phone. You wrote this via mobile. Christmas isn't about overpriced gifts and bragging rights to what you bought for who. It's about being a good person and helping out your fellow person. Don't lose sight of real deal. Make sure you put that on the copy the server takes. You wrote that on the guest copy. Say hello to mechanically separated chicken. It's what all fast food chicken is made from. Things like chicken nuggets and patties. Also, the processed frozen chicken in the stores is made from it. Basically, the entire chicken is smashed and pressed through a sieve, bones, eyes, guts, and it comes out looking like this. But hey, at least it tastes good, right? High five, America. Bro, that's the tubby custard machine. Just got home from getting my claws sharpened and saw this over my mountain. Haven't seen this here in a long time. Very cool. Judy, no moon soon yet. Really? How did you see that picture by Stacy Fortson over your mountain? You can see it at any time on this website. My friend got in trouble for destruction of government property. Guess what she did? She gave her husband a hickey. Her husband is a Marine. The hickey was visible while he was in uniform. So she got a call saying, you harmed government property, don't do it again. See, I don't even know if this person's lying. After 15 years, solar panels are no longer efficient and must be disposed of. This trash is highly toxic and poses major environmental and health risks. Should I do more community notes memes? Let me know in the comments because I haven't done one in a while. Solar lasts 30 to 35 years. Panels are mostly aluminum and glass, easily recycled and non-toxic. The author is in the fossil fuel industry and is not a credible source. Ask my husband which PS5 he wants, digital or not, he said. My PS4 is still working. Just add the money to our investment account and buy Sony stocks. People have lied, but never have they lied like you. I made this Windows 10 wallpaper. What do you think? Really original. I used to use this wallpaper about 3 years ago. Moon tattoo I got today. Nope, that's my tattoo from 5 years ago. Why do people do this? Is it to farm Reddit karma? Hey, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Bored, I'm in math. Thong pic? What? Sorry, that wasn't me. I have a boyfriend. Even if I didn't, I wouldn't send them. It wasn't me. Why wouldn't you send them though? Are you really that stupid? No. YouTuber Skyrim Grandma announces she is scaling back streams for the sake of her health after receiving onslaught of patronizing comments. I don't know who you are or where you get your ideas from, but there was no onslaught of patronizing comments. But yes, I am scaling back videos due to my health. Most people on my channel are very nice. I do wish you would delete this so it would go away. I wonder if they honored her request. Dr. Martin Luther King shooting pool with Samuel Jackson, who was a freshman at the time. Okay, I met Dr. King, but not at a pool hall. That is not me. How I became a millionaire at 15. The Ferrari this individual is this is like a course, bro. I'm just gonna rent a car and I'm gonna sell a course to you guys on how to make money while making money from you. It's easy. My boss called me to the office to show me this. Top secret, bottom secret. Okay, also, have something I did when I was bored. No, you didn't. I found this exact cube on Google. John Carpenter would have been 70 years old today. We celebrate his birthday by looking back at his 5 favorite films. To Rotten Tomatoes, despite how it appears, I'm not actually dead. This man asked me where he should get his first tattoo. I said arms are a good place to start. He replies with this. Probably smart. Ignore my pee-pee, but like, what about just to left of belly button? Okay, I can't. I had a suspicion my ex was cheating on me with her drug dealer. She went to take a shower and I got her phone and changed my number to his name and texted, when are we gonna make out again? She texted back, anytime, what are you doing tonight? Not the biggest lie, but some sneaking I'm proud of. I don't think this ever happened. Crazy, because I saw this 2 weeks ago and reverse image search shows it on Reddit as far back as 2019. Such an odd title. Boss called you into work to show you something funny and you went and took a pic? What kind of life do you have that you're lying about a repost? We've got some Reddit detectives. Tasha's comm badge. Denise gave it to me after her last day of shooting on Skin of Evil. It's been on my desk for nearly 31 years. Oh friend, my final scene on Star Trek was not in Skin of Evil, but Symbiosis, which was filmed out of order. You came to the set to thank me and brought a cake, then ceremoniously ripped off my communicator badge, saying, you won't be needing this anymore. Don't remember. And then he still made this post on Twitter. Music is pumping, drinks are flowing, and I guess I'm looking fine since I've been getting the VIP treatment since I walked through the door. Too bad the other girls are still trying to get through. You were right, this club is dope. Why didn't you invite me? I would have loved to go. What the? You've been in your pajamas drinking natty ice and watching Modern Family in bed for hours. We just had a conversation about toilet paper. Was I dreaming? I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. Prime Hydration was filed against that for including lead on 3 separate occasions. I just don't like Prime. It's gross. I used to be such a big fan of both of them, especially KSI. I even had a football signed by KSI. I loved that guy. But now, I'm like the dude from Incredibles when he pulls down the poster. Another GTA 6 delay could happen, as Respected Insider says there's no guarantee for a May 2026 release. As the person this headline is about, this headline sure is misleading BS. I was like, sure buddy, this title is definitely about you. And then I saw your username and I realized I have a book about Blizzard that you wrote on my bedside table right now. I fell asleep in my car while I was reading at the park today, and a little kid walked by my window and said, Mum, is she homeless? The mum said, no honey, she's in college. How do you know what she said if you were truly asleep? Something doesn't add up here. No matter how many times I read this, it makes me laugh. I slipped on icy stairs last winter, and I swear I saw my own butt crack as I fell. No one believes me. Picked up my sons from school and stopped to get gas. Invited them to get out of the car and learn how to do it. Afterwards, the 11-year-old says, thanks for the life lesson, but I'll never drive a gas car. 13-year-old says, this is like the time you showed us how a payphone works. Before and after. Wow, it even brightened his skin. They just changed the vibrance. I accidentally dropped my chain and it somehow formed a star. Remember years ago on a safari with my family, a lion tried to attack us and I got out of the Jeep on all fours and growled at it in defense and it ran away. To this day, my mom calls me the lion whisperer. I'd like this person on my safari because the lion can take him. I'm sleepy as hell. I thought I put on my work shoes shoes as I walked out the house, like damn, my feet cold as hell. Her charger is still plugged into her phone. For no reason, I just thought of the time some guy I was dating got hired to dog sit for a well-known filmmaker. My then boyfriend took me with him once, and I was surprised that the apartment was super nice, but also, like, relatively normal. Then we found out it was the dog's apartment, so the guy doesn't even live with his dog. What's the point of even having a dog then? Stop praising Joe Biden. He stole my crab meat when I was a child. No one is going to ask, but this is a true story. He was friends with my aunt. He was involved in Delaware politics, and he would go to cookouts and stuff with our family. And I was like 8, and I picked out crab meat out by myself with my little baby hands, and he took it. That's the real reason I'm a communist now. Defaced Lincoln Memorial, a man who helped abolish slavery. I took this an hour ago. A black widow spider bit me twice today, and I didn't have to go to the hospital because my fiance is a badass. He sucked the venom out, then counteracted it with rue, an Italian herb which works as an anti-venom. Another great reason to grow your own medicine and food. My dad sat next to Lil Yachty on the plane last night, on the way home from Texas. No, he didn't. I've been at home. Do you have a car payment? If so, how much is it and what kind of car is it? Imagine having a car payment. Tell me you're broke without telling me. Elaborate on the correlation between having a payment and being broke. I know men who don't even look at the price of the skyscrapers then buy, spending billions at a time without a second thought. And you're out here worrying about a car payment for your 100k Tesla. So you're supposedly friends or know all these people, but surely you have better stuff to do, right, than arguing on Twitter. I mean, Elon Musk does spend all day arguing with people, so maybe arguing is just like the epitome of free will. It is your responsibility. Actually, under NYC's Housing Maintenance Code, Subchapter 2, Article 4, the landlord is legally obligated to eradicate bed bugs. Yeah, I would hope so. The last image I have of my grandpa is a cozy one. He passed away after New Year's. This is a great picture of him. It's my grandpa. Opie stole my pic. He's alive and well. My parents told me for almost 21 years that my birthday was October 30th. Then my mum sends me this. Turns out we're off by a day. My boyfriend broke up with me for another girl, but when she found out what an a-hole he was, she decided I was more attractive and made out with me instead. I love bisexual girls. So you stayed with your boyfriend after he cheated on you. Then you found the girl and then messaged her, or she messaged you. Oh my god, I tried to connect my Bluetooth earphones to my phone so that I could listen to this song in class, but I accidentally connected it to the school speaker and I played it on full volume. Guess what happened? Teachers got mad, got detention, brought to the guidance office. Nope, the teacher started singing with it, and the students started singing as well. Well, hey, my teacher is a fan of Icon too. I want you so bad. Sorry, I was hacked. No, I wasn't. I'm in love with you. Casually sits on the city bus. Woman who boarded looks at me. Holy hot damn, you attractive. Laughs and fans herself. Help me. Once this girl in Mehran was trying to overtake me at a U-turn, but I did not let her, so she went around 6 to 7. 6, 7? Took the U-turn at full throttle, stopped at the other side of the road, got out, clapped at me, got in the car again and drove away. Legend. So she's a legend for being rude to you. Awesome. When I found out he was on dating apps, he told me that he wasn't cheating on me, and that he was just trying to find me a best friend, and it was supposed to be a surprise. How did you find him on a dating app though? The beauty of Ireland. These kids are Dutch, and this was shot for Vogue. Thinking about the time I found out he was cheating on me for months, so I emailed the architecture department head with proof that I did all of his math exams and got him expelled from his university for plagiarism. I went to Walmart to buy a tub of cookie dough and a box of tampons, and as the 17-year-old boy was ringing up my stuff, he just looked at me and said, "It's going to be okay." And just after that, he said, "By the way, I'm 17 years old. I wanted you to know that so you can describe me in your fake text post on Tumblr. Hey, this is Lizzie's friend. I just wanted to ask you why you broke up with her. Yo, sorry about that. My friend took my phone." One day in PE, my teacher said I wasn't participating or giving enough effort, so he told me to do 20 push-ups. I said, "What then?" He gave me 40 push-ups. I did all of them and I embarrassed him in front of the whole class. I don't really like PE teachers. I just find them mostly weird. Most PE teachers I've had at school were very strange. Me and my friend were in math class, and our teacher is so chill in math. So she started humming this song, and then I started humming it. And then this boy did. And then within 2 minutes, everyone in class was humming. And me and my friend just burst out in song, and I swear I felt like I was in High School Musical. But then it turned into like a singing battle, and we sang like the whole song all while maintaining eye contact. Ew, this is so cringe. It was like really stressful, and at the end we were both breathing really hard. And my mum teacher just looked at us and then just kept teaching the lesson like nothing ever happened, right? I'm 49 years old and just finished my elementary school education today. Time to get a high school diploma. That's crazy because 38 days ago you were 20 29. A high school dropout living with your parents. If you're going to post lies, at least be consistent. So far, I, personally, have called ICE on 37 individuals, and 28 of them along with their families have all been deported. Dang, I only got one. Was running with the dog when some person honking his horn and screaming stops in the middle of a busy road. To use Google Translate to ask if his dog can be my dog's boyfriend, and we split the puppies. Reported license plate and vehicle description, and they scooped him 2 days later. I can't believe the cook in McDonald's invited me back into the kitchen to cook a burger after I complained how bad my Big Mac was. And I ended up creating a whole new sandwich on the spot, which went down so well with a customer that the staff asked for a recipe so they could put it on the menu for future use. That's what you get for challenging me. Mwah. My English teacher wrote part of a poem I wrote on the board today, which honestly surprised me. She had the students guess who wrote it, and most of the answers were the president or Shakespeare. When my teacher revealed that it was I who wrote it, I received an applause. I didn't know the presidents were so poetic. I delivered pizza not too long ago either, like 4 to 5 years ago. Delivering pizza was exciting because you never knew who you were delivering to. One time these women asked me in the bellhop at the hotel if we wanted to join them. We looked at each other. We really wanted to, but we needed our jobs. Why do people put their phones on speaker in public places? If you do this, stop it. No one wants to hear your podcast, TikTok, or phone call. Put on some earphones and stop being selfish. I yelled, "Shut the hell up. No one wants to hear your conversation," at someone in Winn-Dixie last week. Everyone in the store was thinking, so naturally people laughed. I got a lot of thank yous. The dude was embarrassed and did hang up on the phone. Not all heroes wear capes. You're just rude. I think generally common courtesy is not saying anything, unless it's really, really, really loud. I also had a pen pal for 30 years, and after all that time we both discovered we were next door neighbors, so we both spent a fortune on stamps, when we could have just thrown the letters over each other's fences. Did you not notice the address? Both had PO boxes. I mean, despite the PO boxes, you would notice the same zip code. Forgot to mention both me and my pen pal, neighbor, have amnesia. An older gentleman on the elevator tried to shame me because I was on the phone with my headphones in. He said, "Kids today don't read." I turned a little to show him the book in my hand that I was heading to lunch to read. I said, "I'm just listening to music." Then he said, "Music today is garbage." To which I showed him my phone where I was listening to hymns. Baby boomers, gosh. Did the elevator begin to clap? Beware. If you go to Starbucks and pull out your laptop and it isn't a Mac, you will be looked at with utter disgust. Might even get a gasp or two. Speaking from experience, it just happened to me. I don't think people care that much about your laptop. Every time my 5-year-old sees a movie or show that has the earth look like this, she yells at the TV, "Hey, that's not how it looks. They're lying to us." I'm a proud mother. What, so you've tricked your child into thinking flat earth? No. It's okay. Once she reaches like the age of 10, she'll realize, "Oh, mom, you're very stupid. You're silly, mom. Why do you believe in this?" She's gonna debate you, win, and yeah, that's it. She's gonna change you. Okay, so they said assault did not exist among native nations prior to white contact. I mean, I don't want to say that word. Under the Aztec legal system, it was punishable by death, and it didn't exist. The Inca also had laws that forbid it as well. I had to pop to the spa for some essentials today. I completely forgot I was wearing a unicorn onesie and wondered why people were looking at me strangely, until I got to the till and looked down. So yes, if any other photos of this unicorn show up on social media, I confirm it was me. I think you just wanted attention. That's fine as well, but you don't gotta lie. Dress Killer took this photo. Okay, so that's a 4-year-old. She always steals my phone and is yelling, "Say cheese." This dude stayed 40 minutes after he finished the test. So I was like, "Dude, are you okay?" And he was like, "I'm just absorbing the reality that I'll have to live with my parents for the rest of my life because I knew nothing on that test." Bless his little heart. He is all of us. By the looks of this image, I don't think you spoke to him. I think this image was taken off Google. Does it feel good when you get... Ugh. It was a question. I'm asking, my bad. You requested $20 for harassment fee. Pay the fee. I know it was you. You don't just put fees on people. I don't want to have to... Why are you still talking to them if they're harassing you? I think this whole meme is fake. 2 weeks ago, I corrected my chemistry teacher on tetravalence, and I solved a problem which he wasn't able to crack in days. He congratulated me and told me to teach the class properly. Today they had a test and all of them got full. Today I decided to cause trouble. I went to a restaurant, and after seeing every table being occupied by couples, I took out my phone and made a very loud phone call, saying, "Yes, girlfriend, your man is here with another woman. Just come and see." 8 men got up and left. Haha, this reminds me of a time that I helped a random woman who approached me to find her way to a cafe she was looking for, and then her angry 6-foot boyfriend showed up out of nowhere and said, "Don't talk to her, she's mine. Move before I flatten you." I simply responded with, "Excuse me, this beautiful lady asked me a question and she has her own life. Maybe if you weren't so insecure you wouldn't be angry all the time." People around me started going, "Ooh." And then the woman said, "Scott, I'm leaving you. I found someone else." And then she kissed me in front of the cheering crowd. He ran away crying, and we've been together 8 years now. This guy's got a very good imagination. Take dog for a walk at night. College campus. Come to a secluded little trail/garden area. Dog starts eating a patch of grass. Get onto all fours and start eating the grass alongside him to see if it tastes good. Doesn't. Get up. There was a couple sitting on a bench about 10 feet away that I somehow hadn't seen. Leave immediately without saying a word. I'm walking downtown and I pass a group of guys staring at me, and I think, great catcall time, but then one guy goes, "You look like you could kill a man a million different ways with just your bare hands." This is an acceptable comment to give a girl on the street. That's a very weird comment as well. My 12-year-old nephew asked the waitress at a restaurant if he liked her job. She crouched down to his level. "You know what? I get to meet people like you every day. That makes it pretty great." He beamed. She winked at him. Kids ask the questions adults are too polite to ask. She was right, and her answer was perfect. My landlord wants to play, but he picked the wrong tenant. Fun fact, my 9-year-old daughter and I got harassed by an old man while trying to take this photo. She was so excited to take a picture of me in the skelly, then some old dude, with his wife in an aisle over, whispers to her, "Your mum is so hot, no wonder you're taking pictures of her. I would want some too." My response, "Sir, what the hell?" My daughter recoiled and said, "I got chills." Sometimes I miss being 300 pounds when I didn't get gross comments like that. Anyway, the bar is yet again in hell. I don't know. Nebulized hydrogen peroxide therapy is an expensive and simple way to treat most viral respiratory illnesses. I will report you for endangering public health. H2O2 vapor will destroy lung tissue. Doctor, you lost 12 pounds since the last time I saw you. Coffee? Coffee? Coffee. Pulls out a pack of skinny coffee and shows her the ingredients. Sign me up. And that's how my doctor became my customer today. My uncle bought a Tesla Cybertruck and he let me drive it. It actually handles pretty tightly. The interior is classy and it's pretty damn fast. Production of the Cybertruck doesn't begin until 2021. I'm not congratulating you on something that didn't happen. I shot my shot. I thought I would go straight to the top and apply to be a CEO of Nike. Rejection happens, but real ones build their own table anyway. Thank you for your recent application to become the CEO of Nike. We appreciate your vision, but this time we've decided to move forward with a more traditional candidate. One who didn't ask to be paid in store credit and unreleased pairs. This is a color photo. No, it's not. Swans have orange beaks and mallards are green, purple, blue with yellow beaks. Not to mention humans don't have gray hands. This man just asked me to please stop speaking Spanish on this plane to NYC. In his defense, it's very early and he's racist. So the man next to him started speaking Spanish. And then the flight attendant, and oh my god, I have never wanted to get up and dance more than I do now. Really? Been asked to do a nude photo shoot. Should I do it? I was contacted by a female photographer who does nude photo shoots, and she did offer good money. In your account, you say you work at McDonald's and are a nice alpha male who deserves everything because you deem yourself worthy and will not take no from any female. I mean, obviously the post is clearly BS, but I figured I'd point those 3 things out just to add more to the utter patheticness of you and your little storytime poster. Get a real life, you freak. When the paramedic told me that no one's allergic to this medicine, and I was lying, so I said, "Fine then, give it to me, you'll see." And then he did, and I went into anaphylaxis right there in the ambulance and stressed him the hell out. Then we called his boss later and got him demoted. Demoted? More like lost the job. People don't lie like this anymore. I kind of miss it. So because of the update, I went outside and started screaming at 12 AM. So naturally, someone thought I was being murdered and called the police. And when they got here, I had to give them my explanation for screaming at 12 AM. So I just said homestruck, and one of the cops' eyes suddenly got really big, and then he said, "It updated?" And then he read the update on his phone. I have a grown policeman sitting in my driveway crying and cursing at hussy under his breath. His partner gave him a shock blanket. Yeah, we need to bring back this sort of lying, guys. Come on, make them good. Me sends this to teachers. Principal, literally everyone in school, everyone. Principal, no classes for a week. Literally every student. Thanking me over and over again. Thanks, bro. Did this actually happen? Yes. He got more likes, it must be true. One time in high school, I didn't read the assigned book, and I was like, damn it, I'm gonna write this essay anyway. And I had no idea what the book was even about, or who the characters were, so I just spewed out some crap about archetypes, and the teacher came up to me after class and told me I was the only student who truly understood the book. So I'm sat in Starbucks, minding my own business, and this woman walks up to me and is like, "Do you like dogs?" And I'm like, yes. And she pulls out a dog from her bag with a matching jacket to me. I kind of believe this. Maybe not the "do you like dogs" part, but yeah, the other part I do. This is the best dad joke I've made. To this day, hot waitress asked, "Are you done with the glasses?" I said, "No, I need them to see." She bursted out laughing. I should go into comedy. Yeah, guys, here's a tip. If you are in a very awkward situation, and I'm like any type of awkward situation, let's say you're in an elevator and it's all packed, you can make the worst joke possible and people will laugh. I've tried it. I was with my friend last week. I tried it. Very random, I know, and it worked. Everyone was cracking up and it wasn't even funny. I once had a professor slam a thermos down on his desk and say to us, "There's more pressure in my sinuses right now than there is at the bottom of the sea. This thing's full of NyQuil. I'm going to drink it while I teach, and when your heads are replaced by swirling rainbows, I will cancel the rest of class." The class ended up being 17 minutes long. Your professor was trying to fight God. It's Tumblr. I don't think they're lying. Other people thought this post was lying. I don't think so. You do remember a lot about what the professor said though. You might just have a good memory. Went into that store once and started looking around. A sales clerk asked if she could help me find something, and I said yes. "The door, please. These prices are ridiculous and my time is valuable." Her jaw dropped and I left. "You must have a really low-paying job." I think you were trying to be funny, but this just came off as extremely snotty. Okay, Karen. I don't really know the context to this. I understand just fine. I recommend spending some time in meteorology and climatology classroom. My great-grandpa was a meteorologist. I do. As the professor, maybe you should take one of my classes sometime. I'll teach you all about the Dust Bowl, fire, vegetation, drought, relationships, and how the CSIRO predicted increased bushfire risk in Australia due to anthropogenic warming over a decade ago.